Hi, welcome to call center CNTRE VoIP.com, video tutorials on concepts to do with Vicidial, Vicidialnow and Vicibox. Today I'd like to go over a couple of things, including taking care of your recordings for future maintenance, making sure your hard drive doesn't get full, how to get rid of some of the larger log files in your system, as well as if you happen to fill your hard drives and your database crashes out, how to fix it. Now, firstly, the tools you're going to need for today's tutorial is an SSH like PuTTY, is a WinSCP, FTP file transfer like WinSFTP, and basically your front end for your predictive dialer. Now, first thing I need to understand, I'd like to show you maintenance on taking care of your recordings. So if you go into your campaign, we'll show you how to turn on your recordings. Very, very simple. Just go to your campaign, click on Detailed View. From there, it's very simple. Here we can see campaign recording. All that you have to do is flick that over to all calls, in which all calls will answer. Another key note is this code here. In fresh installs, you will only have customer and campaign name. If you copy this in, you'll get the full date and agent name as well as a part of the recording. Next thing I recommend is to delay the recordings for 10 to 15 seconds for the simple reason that you just don't want all those drop calls recorded, otherwise you will just get lots. That is entirely up to you, but I recommend delay the recording a few seconds just to make sure you can get through any answer machines and stuff that you take care of. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Turn your recordings on, delay your recordings, recommend changing the name, and from there we'll work on. Now, the first thing I'd like to go through is how to find out whether your hard drive's full. This is the code here, df space -k. Very simple. Go to your root on your SSH. In your root panel, just enter, and it'll just show you exactly what you got on your hard drive. It says we've used 56% of the hard drive. This is how many gig we've got, how many bytes we've got, how many bytes are used, and from that you can easily, from that command, find out how much space you got on your hard drive. Now, to take care of your recordings being the first thing, this should be a daily chore for everyone because they are very, very sizable and take a lot of maintenance. Anyway, you log into, firstly, you'll make a panel, a folder where you save it. Make a date. And just keep them generally organized. So we've just made somewhere to put our recordings. So the first thing we do is we go to our SSH, you go back one, once you log in, go back one to your root. Where you go to is you go to var, spool, asterisk, monitor done, and you'll see the options in here. Now, generally your first initial recordings will always end up in original. These are generally usually saved as a WAV file, and if you've got a cron job happening, they will then convert over as an MP3, which I don't have on this system. But this is where your recordings go, which obviously does take up a lot of hard drive space, so it's important that you maintain this and keep it empty. So pretty much bottom line is this is where the recordings go. Find where I made the file, desktop, recordings, May, today. I'll just take a couple over. As you can see, you can change the size. We obviously know that 44 bytes is way too small for anything, so you can just delete them. I suggest taking them in small bits and pieces because this is a reasonably slow process. You don't want to grab gigabytes of stuff, but basically I've got this off site, so I'll just take a very small chunk, but as I said, just take just take a small amount at a time and just drag that over and copy that process over. I'll pause while this is going through, but you can get the idea. Alright, so we can see that those recordings have gone over, so from this point you could just get them and just simply delete them because you've now saved them to your hard drive. Alright, very important. Okay, so that's pretty much the main area of where to take care of your recordings. Make sure you go through all these files, and if you see doubles of your cron job conversions, you can keep probably your MP3s and get rid of your WAV files. Alright, next thing we need to talk about is your log files. Now, log files are extremely sizable. They keep notes on just about everything. So what you've got to understand is you've got varlog asterisk and messages, varlogs asterisk, and varlog AGT client. This takes a lot of space up, so this is another bit of important ongoing maintenance. Back up your files if you absolutely need to. First bit, varlog asterisk messages. Var log asterisk. These are your messages here. Okay, so the bottom line is in this area here. Very simple. This is not that important, but I do recommend you keep a copy of them. Just simply delete them and they will just disappear. Alright, these ones as well, I'll leave them for the moment, but I think they can be done as well. Next one, varlog asterisk. Oops, sorry, I've already done that. Varlog AST GUI client. Okay, now as you can see in this particular log file, if we go to size, you can see how big things actually get. So very, very important stuff. This stuff basically needs to go quite regularly because it will immensely fill up hard drive.